video starts in somewhere different for us. We slept in a very comfy bed. Not just any bed though, was it?
No, it was a mouseman bed.
A mouseman bed. And there's the mouse. I'm not sure whether you can see it. Let's put a light on. There's the mouse. And a very comfy bed it was too. We're staying at our cousin's, and she does look after us. You look out the window here. We're in a little guest annex, and it's a sheep farm our cousin owns, and she does like her sheep, and she's even left us some bread.
Herdwick bread.
Herdwick bread. Can you see the sheep outline? Just round there. And we're in Yorkshire. So we've got Yorkshire tea. It seems such a shame to cut into that bread, doesn't it? But we're going to have some. So we'll be having a wander around with the sheep later. But for now I think it's time for a cup of coffee. And very nice bread it is too. What a nice view this morning. I'll show you. You went for the marmalade, did you?
I did.
So this is the farm, and the Land Rover looks at home. Beautiful day. We're going to go and see the sheep.
So you got your farmer's stick.
Crook.
This is one of our new things. This is like a collecting area. It's quite handy. It was really frosty this morning. Because I mean, if there's any problems, I can just bring them in with some feed.
Yeah.
Rather than chase them.
Nice. Go on.
There you are, sweetie. The more it's
Not a lick of the lips. That's what she's getting. I haven't got any. Sorry.
She does laying quite a lot. That's why she's in here.
So what are you looking at?
hare. Not a hare. Hare. So... It seems to have come off with a
pull.
or with a bit of skin, or
Yeah.
like a scabby type.
So there was loads and loads. So there, look, see?
Yeah.
It's all distributed a bit now, but... And it was just all congregated on that particular one, and then there's more over there, I'll show you. So I don't know what it is. What does it feel like?
It's not round, I wouldn't have said.
No, I don't think it's rabbit. It's too much for
You
rabbit.
can just roll it in your fingers,
Yeah,
you feel
it's roughish, isn't it?
sort of shape.
Yeah, I've done it.
Yeah.
And,
Do you think it's badger?
I think it's
Yeah. Could well be.
So it was... Go on, just explain it again, Judith. It was all
on here, in the wet weather, there was lots and lots of clumps of badger hair here, here, and it looked like it had been cut. And now it's all sort of blown away a bit, but so we don't know what it's from, but I took it to them. So it's suspect badger, although because it's a bit coarse. So I've sent a sample off to a friend who, because it's apparently got a mite in it that might be a badger mite, so it might just tell us exactly. But somebody thought, you can see there, somebody thought that it might be somebody who'd been chopping hair off a dog ready to go to cross, which is really bizarre. We'll go and see, we'll go over there and see some more over there. But that's a sort of nice dry area, so you'd think they might be just preening themselves, mightn't they?
Yeah.
You know, because it was incredibly muddy, as you can see. Here. So it might just be a nice dry area for them. We got some hay that must have been made on a roadside, because there's loads of bits of paper and plastic bits in it. But the hay we've got now is better. More over there. So something's been preening or something.
I mean, when you look at the colouring of that, it's badger coloured, isn't it?
Yeah. It's certainly not soft enough to be rabbit, is it?
No.
But it looks like it's been chopped.
It does, it's so... Yeah, scissored. I mean, what?
Yeah.
I can't even think what badger teeth are like. Are they sharp enough to
I thought
bite
might
through
be
it, or?
mating
Yeah.
and sort of biting each other. I don't really know about the habits of
If
badgers.
you roll it like that, just one strand.
Apparently it's like triangular.
Yeah.
Somebody was saying, Woodman was saying something about that.
It's certainly not round.
No.
You've got edges to it.
So Peter Bates is like the world's sheep scab expert, and he's really into mites. He gets really excited about scab mites. So he was really excited when I said, would you like to have a look at this and see, because there is a mite in this sample I got, or a couple of mites. So he said, oh yeah.
So it's not something you've seen before then?
Here, no.
Here, no.
We have had badgers about, but mainly in the country part where people abandon them when they're sick. They find them not very well, so that's not a very good thing, is it? If they're sick, bringing disease.
No. So this is Daisy.
Daisy May, named after Daisy.
Daisy May. That's my grandma's name.
Daisy May.
Yeah.
Daisy. Oh, Daisy, fuss pot.
I don't want to know today.
Oh, hi, Daisy. And that's Cripple Hole there.
Yes. Yeah.
Cripple Hole. so that sheep could go through and cows couldn't.
Right.
Don't know what this is, but yeah, this seems really strange. If you go into Wycolly, you see the Vackery walling, which is flat stone. It's very different. Hello, you two.
Oh, here they come.
Come on, Piglo. Hang on. Just a minute. See how awful it is when you feed them like on the floor? They knock you over if you're not careful. Right, Piglo.
Strangers.
Yeah. You're missing out.
This is Grace. I mean, Grace is a disgrace. Aren't you, Grace? 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 Oh. And they don't last as long, they get old before the time. You know, it's like when you leave them for another year, they're much better. Much more prepared.
Yeah.
Grace? Yeah, Grace. Grace?
So this is Grace who had her eyelid pecked?
No, Grace is just a pet generally. And
One of the Saxons.
Alright.
she's got her head slightly on one side.
Hello. I haven't got anything now. Sorry.
Gracie. Grace is bottle fed. She was on her mum. Her mum didn't have much milk, so she was bottle fed. So, but her mum was really, really old. And Tom calls you a disgrace, doesn't he? You are. Look at that hair. You see how much they waste? Like a couple of weeks ago, they weren't used to coming up to be fed like this. They took them about 3 days to learn. Isn't it?
That's about 2,500 years old.
All the stuff, the most of it is there.
So these are what your wall has found on your land?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Metal detector?
Yeah. Well, the Waller and his brother.
Mm.
And so they went to the British Museum and they've allowed us to keep them.
And then that one.
Some weight in them, isn't there?
Yeah, yeah. And that is older. That is, according to the British Museum, about 3,500 years old.
Wow.
It's amazing. You can feel how sharp it is. It's been buried for all them years.
Yeah.
Isn't it?
Wow.
Wow.
It's brilliant that you've been able to keep them, isn't it?
Yeah, well, they went to the British Museum. If they'd been all found together,
Mm-hmm.
they'd have been classed as a collection,
Right.
and the Crown would have claimed them. But because they were found separately, they allowed us to keep them.
Yeah.
There's another one in there somewhere, I think.
Yeah, yeah, there's that one. That's rather different. Something
Are they all prawns?
That is the oldest. That's about 5,000.
5,000, wow.
Yeah.
If I had my time again, I always say I'd love to train to be an archaeologist.
You should go on the Hidden Histories Archaeology Holidays website, because they do free little tutorials, and they've got one next week.
Right.
And I actually went to Pompeii with them. It's just brilliant. They were so good. You go, and they look after you. You have to do your own flights, but they find a hotel, and in the evening, it's really like really old-fashioned Agatha Christie type stuff. You go and have a lecture in the evenings with like-minded geeks and things. And this archaeologist gives you a lecture.
Right. That sounds good.
And so they've and so throughout the lockdown, Tom, can you just the information stuff? Sorry. And so, this is the.
Thank you. So why do you think they were up there then?
Well, the ones I showed that I think was that there was a settlement there, and there's sort of documentation saying there was a settlement, and that they thought they used those as sacrifices. Oops.
Right.
I'll find them. And these are there. These are some of the things that they found. So there's probably a settlement in the back. The white collar was probably a settlement as well, wasn't it, in the past? Have a look at that.
Thank you. It says it has since been assessed by the British Museum, where the relevant specialist has examined it.
It took forever, but they are archaeologists, aren't they?
In the doctor's opinion, the two objects, although of a prehistoric date, were unlikely to be deposited together, and they therefore fall outside the provisions of the Treasure Act 1996. So you're lucky they weren't deposited together. And he's found, or they found coins and all sorts before.
Yeah, there's been pictures.
Always makes me wonder what else is out there. So,
And we found quite a lot of glass bottles as well down in the bottom. But there used to be a mill further up the road here, and of course this was on a pack horse route. So where you are staying, that was where they used to keep the cloth. So they'd come and collect the cloth from there. Yeah. You converted upstairs what we call the ghost room.
the ghost room.
We call it the ghost room because, well,
It was called the ghost room when I came here.
Right.
The people had a little lad,
Yeah.
and they didn't want to play up there because floor wasn't particularly good. And so they said there was a ghost up there, known as the ghost room, didn't they?
and we just call it that.
Yeah.
But then when the children used to go up there, we used to get your crook, didn't you, and bang one. I couldn't see exactly what it
Yeah,
was.
they'd go up there with cameras and all the.
I was thinking about it. It was brilliant when your kids were little. There's a playroom and den and.
That on ceiling of dinosaur and make weird noises.
Which they knew exactly what it was.
Yeah.
Mhm.